All right. Welcome back to another episode of the Magic Lines podcast. Steven here with my boy CVO Trades. How you doing, CVO?
What up? Doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. Another great weekend. Dude, I've been just crushing the DJ sets lately. I
Oh yeah.
don't know what's gotten into me. Um, yeah, and hopefully take it a little easier next weekend, but we'll see. We're recording this on Monday, August 24th. We had some sus price action last week in equities, and crypto suddenly looks like it has new life. Everybody's talking about crypto right now. Is the bottom in? Getting the vibe everybody's saying that the bottom is in. I'm seeing very few bears left on the time frame. I think you and I are cautious at the very least. Would you describe yourself as a skeptic or a full blown bear right now?
Uh, I would say it's 50-50 for me. I'd be convinced if we took yearly open, like at 87, then I'd be
Mhm.
100% convinced. I'll be like 50% or 70% convinced if we get above 83K in like a week. But I still think 49's in the cards. What about you?
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I mean, I posted on X last week that I think I think new lows are still coming. Seems crazy to say that after the candle we saw last week, but wouldn't be the first time we saw a move like this in crypto just get full retraced. So, would love to hear your thoughts on where we're at right now. Maybe let's start with the high time frame, work our way down. I think we've talked a little about this in the past, so we don't have to super rehash too much. The way I've been looking at the high time frame is we got the first yearly sweep, I think, in the history of Bitcoin, right?
Yeah, first time ever in its
Yeah. So
long
it's
history.
been my worry that this time is different. I know everybody likes to talk about these cycles and everything. It's as though Bitcoin has been around for like 300 years and we've gone through this like 50 times when in reality, everybody's working with a sample size of like three here in crypto. I'm worried that we are basically going to range for many years now. Like everybody's already busting out the 250K calls. I'm wondering if we breach 120 at any point in the next 3 or 4 years. At this point, I could see a world where we range like 120 to like 25K or something for a long time.
Oh yeah, that's I don't know about that, but I do think that we might range. I don't know about 25 because that'd be pretty low. Oh, I
I
guess
mean,
there's a
it's
flat
just like
bottom.
it's just going to the the lows towards the lows of the recent pump. 16K would be, that would be spicy. But I don't know. I don't think it's super crazy. Um, I still think that 48K level or so that we've been pointing out that everybody's I see like a lot of 48K bros and shambles now on the timelines. I think that level is far from safe, and it could be a potential reversal point for us. This just doesn't look like a sustainable bottom to me here for a few reasons, but I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing because, like, one, I don't really remember the last time crypto bottomed in August because usually it's either in the winter or spring. And then not only that, but we didn't have any like super black swan FUD catalysts. It's kind of just like a slow choppy, and then just pumped out of nowhere.
Yeah, I would love to look at the vibe I have in my head is that like summer often has a lot of fake pumps associated with it. I haven't actually looked at the charts, but I seem to remember a lot of fake summer pumps in the past. And we definitely had one to finish the last bull market. We had that 2021 pump into the fall, and then good night.
Where's that 2021?
Yeah,
Oh, up here. Okay.
yeah,
Oh yeah, that was nasty. It
that was a
was,
nasty one. Took the all-time high. Everybody was like, "There's no way it's gonna dump now." All-time highs. Goodbye.
yeah, I just
I
don't think it
generally
looks
don't
like a
put too
bottom.
much stock into this like kind of seasonality thing anyway. Like, oh, this happened. This happened like the last three cycles, so it's going to happen again. I'm just kind of purely looking at the price action here. where are the protected highs, where are the protected lows, where are the ranges. I will say a case for the bulls is that we did, we did at least sweep out the previous month low. We did put in a decent setup for a reversal, but I'm not convinced that it's like a macro reversal. I think it may just be coming up to take some liquidity higher up in the range. Maybe we take that 81K high or whatever, 82K.
Yeah, 82 or 83 ish.
Yeah. So if you zoom into the lower time frame, maybe like a daily chart or something, there's a really, really, really fat zone that caused the break. If you scroll the chart to the left, yes, you see that little like supply area above that, like it's yeah, the smaller one. There you go. That is like I don't know. I think that's kind of like my inflection point. I think if we reverse that area, it's like almost certainly that's almost certainly the bottom, right? And the interesting thing about that area is the yearly open is also there, as you said. So I think if you push up and you can sustain like a monthly close above that level, then I would be willing to give some credence to the bottom is in idea.
Yeah, I
But I feel like
just
I would be selling the crap out of that area as of now. I don't have a position on Bitcoin at the moment. Full disclosure.
I think we already touched on this before, but I think this pump is kind of mainly fabricated to we were already downranging so much, and I guess there was so many shorts piled up, and then there wasn't enough sellers to push it down, so they had to liquidate some late shorters. But then at the same time, we had to. I guess we discounted this sweep right here. Like that was really sneaky. Like I did not.
It was very sticky. I actually didn't even notice it when it happened.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
it
did
happened in like
not.
the first like 5 hours of the month or something.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
actually remember looking back on it, being like, "Holy crap! How did I miss that?"
I didn't think it would. Like I thought we were going to go lower as soon as it breached below. And then we kind of reclaimed the open, and then it just kind of chilled. And then I put in that distribution up into what was that June's high. So yeah, I don't know. This to me, and I hate doing this. I hate doing this. It just looks like this. Just looks like a dead cat.
Did you
Like
just show an Elliott wave?
yeah, that's why I said I hate doing it.
Wow,
I'm not even gonna say
poor
that,
guy.
but
Jeez.
but we also are putting there was SMT at the lows with ETH, and ETH put a higher low. So that's why I did pump higher. But at the same time, now we're putting in an SMT at the highs. So BTC is making a lower high, ETH is making a higher high. So that should mean BTC drops more. But this could be a local top. I think they're just gonna wait for September to open, sweep out this August high, and then dump.
When do you consider the SMT to be valid? Because right now you're pointing out that Ethereum has taken this like very critical sort of like quarterly high, and BTC has like put in basically a lower high, but it could still push up higher and take that. So when are you saying like, okay, this is definitely a valid SMT?
Uh, so I would say in September, if they close above this high on BTC, which is 83K, then they negated the SMT and this is just lagging. It will just pump. But
Mhm.
if they don't take 83K, then I would say it's kind of confirming slash validating the SMT that we're going to go lower.
Yeah, so you're waiting for September basically to confirm that. You're not going to feel too safe until then.
Yep, exactly.
The Ethereum high time frame chart is just so much more clearly bearish to me. I know everybody's getting all pumped on this right now. This to me looks like the final fake out before they dump it sub like 800.
Where do we didn't even bottom off anything. It just
Correct,
it
right?
just
We
came.
we've put in like this just very. I mean, we bottomed off like an origin area of the range, right? There's a pretty sexy little monthly candle that we bottomed off of, but usually those areas are just bounces, Because I think the purpose of this move down from the sweep of the all time high was to take some other like critical liquidity towards the bottom of this range. Like, I don't know that we swing failed all-time high just to come and not take anything to the downside.
Yeah, because I mean, they're notorious for leaving some lows behind, but
I mean,
I can't.
there's like equal lows around like 1,200 there too. There's just it's so juicy, and there's those lows at like 1,000. There's a couple more low. Like there's just like liquidity. It's like a liquidity bonanza down there.
Yeah, I
So
just
I could see this dumping as I don't know. Like I even think like 600 ish is not off the table.
I think
There is a world, right, where equities dump to new lows, and I think that
that should
crypto
push it.
probably doesn't survive that, as bulled up as everybody is right now. Like, I don't know why everybody's suddenly gonna go, bidding, altcoins as, AI stocks, plummet another 20 to 30%, but, if you wanna think that and knock yourself out. The setup on Ethereum is very nice because we have this, like, very, very strong supply area from, like, 28 to 32 or so. Yeah, that last little, shoulder there. And it is completely untouched right now, like, because you can see we expanded from that area, left a big gap behind, and I love these kinds of setups, man, where price expands and it leaves behind, like, a bunch of untagged lows, and it just kind of does this little consolidation below a key level. Because often you just see us poke out of that consolidation, tag the level, and then we dump all the way back through the other end of the consolidation and start taking the lows down below us. So that's what this looks like to me.
Yeah, I think they're just gonna dump it. I just can't unsee like they're just gonna do some kind of FUD and just come here. But I do.
There's always something, they always have something in the back pocket to push the price.
Yeah, the only positive I'm gonna say is that this kind of reaction, I don't think we're gonna get much lower than previous year's low. But when they do pump it, we can get a good pump once it is bottom, just from this like dead cat, if it is a dead cat.
I'm
Because
trying to figure out if we bottom hard around that kind of like 1,200-ish area because there's the equal lows and then there's like a little order block, little demand area that's never been touched, and it is kind of juicy. Yeah,
this
that one right
this
there.
one,
Yeah, just all the way up, even higher, just all the way up to basically right to that low. So anywhere below that low, that 2023 low there, that's just kind of dangling. What is that, like 1,300 or so? Yeah,
it,
1,352. So I could see a world where we kind of tag that 1,300 ish level and then pump hard. Like, I don't know if I could think that that's like the macro perma bottom for ETH. Like, I really want to bid this for the long haul, like sub 800. But I
yeah,
feel like bidding in the 13s, 12s, there's a pretty good chance. I mean, you would get like at least like a tremendous bounce from
should
there.
be a two
Like,
x.
yeah, yeah, I would think easy 2x from there, which is, I don't know, good enough to at least take a trade from. This has got to be like the worst possible place you could possibly buy right now. I can't think of a worse scenario. I know there's people like telling you to close your eyes and long, but I just
Yeah,
I don't
I can't do it.
I don't like it. The interesting question for me is like whether we just kind of like nick this range high and then they dump it, or they actually do push it up into the supply above.
They're gonna nick it, bro. They're gonna nick it. I don't see them. I mean, if they really want to disprove me or prove me wrong, then we gotta close above 24.66. Just push it above like 28. Make an IFVG, and then I'll be bull. But right now, it just doesn't look that way to me. Maybe they do this. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I feel like they're gonna push it higher at least one more time. But dude, if it pushes down tomorrow, Wednesday, and we get like a 4 hour close below 2,400, I mean, it's gonna look
Nasty.
really, it's gonna look kind of sketch. Yeah, so
Yeah, probably a
that's
bunch of
kind of like
inside
my
candles until September.
yeah. If you pop up in the 4 hour chart on ETH,
Oh god,
yeah, draw
that's gonna
that.
get run. This is all gonna get run through.
Yeah, it's like right around the 2,400 level. That's kind of like the 4-hour pump off of the weekly open, basically for like at this week. Yeah, right there. So I think we close through that. That that could be a little scary, but I don't know. Most of the time this happens, right? They just liquidate a bunch of the late people and then they run it back up. Like I feel like it's so rare that that's like the actual top. So that could coincide pretty nicely with like one of these kind of nasty early month reversals, much in the same way that they did it in August. If September comes and we pump first week and we pump second week and it's just like looking kind of pumpy still, I mean, I might start to say like, okay, this is
It's real.
this is real. But did you see the Kingfishers post on X last
I
week?
did not. What do you
It
say?
was a very it was a very interesting post. I'm trying to figure out how to like TLDR this for people. The general gist was that you remember people talking about how we had like the largest short liquidation ever last week.
Oh yeah, I did see that actually.
And when I saw that, I was just like, my immediate first thought was like, the fuck is shorting here? Like who are all these like mouth breathers shorting like Bitcoin just consolidating in a boring pattern at like range lows for like weeks? Like everybody knows you don't do that in crypto, right? Like that's obviously how you get your face ripped off. So I'm like, where did all these like short liquidations come from? And he was positing this theory that we had this massive amount of long liquidations on the way down from the highs, but we never really saw like actual like omega like acceleration of that move like you may have expected. And he was sort of speculating that like a lot of the exchanges basically just warehoused a bunch of that inventory, and we're now sort of pushing the price up to distribute it here.
I mean, that makes a lot of sense.
He
Um,
also had some much more nuanced points about just the nature of the options and the put selling and the dealer hedges expiring as a result of that. But like, I don't know. There's two ways of looking at this, right? There's way number one is like, oh, good, volatility's back, crypto is live. The other way of looking at it is like, oh, like nobody's trading this asset class anymore, so Binance and others could just rip the price up on demand and just kind of liquidate some people and bait some longs and bait some like kind of exit liquidity, and then what the fuck happens after that, right? And if that's the case, my idea and your idea that there's just going to be kind of like a marginal lower low might not even come to pass. Like that could be like really ugly.
yeah, I forgot to use the chart with the colorblind colors for you. So I'll put this on.
That's okay. I'm just trying to think like dark bear.
Yeah, but I think what you're
That one
saying.
looks, yeah, that one looks good. The other one
Which
is
one?
like,
This one?
yeah, that one's terrible. That one's my
Yeah.
version of hell. This one looks good to me.
So I put on a 4 month chart because this is the May candle. So May, June, July, August. So this candle closes this week. So that means September is the start of the next 4 month candle. So that's why it's
Mhm.
interesting to me because next month we'll know for sure the way we tag or the way we react around 83K. If we sweep it, then I'm pretty sure it's guaranteed that we're going to see 49. So it'd be like this. This would be my main scenario.
Mhm.
And then scenario two would be if we open low first, right? So it'd be, I don't know, here, make this green real quick, even though you're colorblind. And then if we start closing above 82K, I would say like a weekly close, then I'm pretty sure we're guaranteed to hit 97 or 98, which would mean, well, I mean, we'll take it one step at a time, but that would be what I would expect. That'd be the same thing on
Yeah, I
ETH.
still doubt that we go for all-time highs, but I could see a lot of reasons for us to trade much higher in the range. Like there's a lot of just unmitigated supply up there that we could easily tag and then continue lower.
Yeah, then we
If
do
you
the
want,
same
you
thing.
want to see the real alpha chart here.
Yeah, go
I'll show
ahead.
you the real alpha chart. Pull up MSTR. MSTR is like my bear market Sherpa right now.
What time frame?
Yeah, let's do monthly. Tell me what you see on the monthly. I want to see if you see what I see.
Let me turn on some stuff.
And zoom out. Get the big picture.
It actually looks. I feel like it's just gonna sweep this one more time. We did take the flat bottom, but I would just think it would take out June's high and then go for June's low. That's how I would do it. Is that what you're saying?
The main thing I'm seeing is so when we want to think like is the bottom in, one of the most important things to think about is like, did we actually trade into a point of interest that can sustain a bottom? And was there any sort of retest of that area already? Right. So on the MSTR chart, I see a monthly low that's not swept, and I see a major liquidity point just like right in front of front running a very, very key level. So look at what's right below that July monthly low. There is a major, major monthly order block there. So that 2024, I think that might be the January 2024, like that. Oh, is that January?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like in the timing of that level is really, really important too. You're talking about like the opening move to a yearly candle that generated a huge pump, and that entire area has never been retested. So that's the opening yearly demand. That's the yearly demand that broke the range high and caused the whole pump up. Now, I'm not sure that we're going to take the low of the zone, but like I could see us trading into that order block, sweeping the July low and then reversing off of that. Right? That's kind of how I'm viewing things right now. So until this area is tagged on MSTR, like I just have very low confidence that the Bitcoin bottom was in.
Yeah. It's also a mother bar low. So lots of confluence, what you're saying.
The 12-month candle?
Yeah. So, I mean, you can see it over here.
Yeah, I
It's
just I just don't see us taking the 12-month low because the high is unswept. So I don't know that price wants to take that yearly low. I'm not saying it can't, but I don't see that as like a high probability area, which is why I kind of think maybe it just bottoms around 60 or so.
We're 60, right? That's order block. Yeah, 68.
Yeah, just kind of somewhere in the thick of the order block there. It also looks like on the way up here, it looks like we're just like underside retesting like a bearish monthly order block. This is just kind of very basic price action here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be long this at all.
No, this is like the worst possible time to be long it, right?
Yeah,
Like
that's what I'm
if
saying.
we wait a couple monthly candles, if it starts disrespecting that July monthly open, closing through this area, like then you start saying like, okay, we're disrespecting the bearish POIs here, which means like we may be in some bullish flow right now, and then you start thinking, okay, maybe this can kind of come up to that little 480 level at or so, kind of like the extreme internal range liquidity would be interesting to the upside. But even if we got all the way up there, though, like if we traded all the way up to 480 and swept that high, I would still be wondering if we just come back down still and ultimately sweep out the
That
range
would
lows before
be
going higher.
that would be disgusting.
Diabolical,
That would be
diabolical. But this is
you're
just how ranges work
you're
sometimes,
saying
you know?
like
Yeah,
that
something like
would be
that.
disgusting. You know what? I don't even put it past the market makers to do that. They would probably get Sailor to max load top blast and then liquidate the bottom.
I mean, dude, if we just start pumping up here, you could just see them just building up the higher lows, like all the way up there. It'd just be so much liquidity to wipe. It'd be crazy. Everybody's
If it
FOMOing,
starts
and
going
I
like
just
that,
yeah, yeah. So I would not put that past them. But like until we start disrespecting those July levels, I just assume this is just basic underside retest. Like the market structure has not broken. It didn't rally. We didn't bottom off of anything that looks like it would break market structure. Like I said, there's still that zone below us. So I think new lows on MSTR is my base case. But my
same.
base case is also that could be like a really interesting long. Like if I told you you could long MSTR from like $60 to $450 or something, you'd be like, wow, it's pretty juicy.
Yeah, I didn't even realize how much of a range that was. That's a lot.
It's a huge range, right? And that's also not a range you hold your whole size through, right? I'm sure you're gonna probably take the bulk of it off in the twos, but even taking it off in the twos, I mean, it's still like a hell of a trade.
Yeah, I probably won't take it. I'll probably just wait. I'll watch. Do you mind if you look at the ETH BTC chart?
Yeah, yeah, show me.
Maybe you can give us some
I have
clues.
I have some strong feelings on this chart. I'm curious what you think.
I think. Wait, there was a. Oh, here it is. All right, so this mother bar is interesting to me because it's basically telling us that we don't want to participate in any of this until
Mhm.
one side is taken out. So I think, to me, I don't think we're gonna go for a high first. I think we're gonna go for a low, and then we might bottom. So that's my base case. How do you feel?
I completely agree with that on the monthly time frame. Is that a monthly chart?
This is
2 month
two
chart.
month, but
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree with you, like, completely. I've been saying for a while, like, if I wanna be long crypto, I basically wanna be long Ethereum, and I don't really wanna be long Bitcoin. I don't like, if I wanna be long crypto, right, I wanna be long massive, like, upside asymmetry. I wanna be able to put, like, a little bit of money in and make, like, a big return. I just don't know what the catalyst for Bitcoin to do that is at this point, at any point in the next I don't know how many years, right? It just I just don't know what else there is left for it, right? But Ethereum is interesting because Ethereum already kind of went through a massive depression phase, and everybody gave up on it. But it still has like all of the cool things that made us love it in the first place, right? The whole smart contract element, the ability to build applications on top of it. I mean, there's a whole world of possibilities of like something that could come up that suddenly makes this like very, very interesting again, whether it is like some sort of like agentic stuff happening on chain or whether people build some like crazy stablecoin apps or whether I don't know, we just start tokenizing like a massive amount of asset. Like who knows what it's going to be, but like Ethereum at least gives you the potential to like have all of these outs that can kind of create an upside catalyst. And it's one of the few things in crypto that I think is like kind of safe from AI. Like I just hate investing in any sort of platform that is custodying like large amounts of funds and like a smart contract. Like I think you're just asking to get completely fucked, right? You're basically like writing this like deep in the money put option against human innovation and AI in general. Like it's one of the reasons like I just didn't want to be along hyperliquid anymore. It's just like there are just North Koreans with frontier models just like trying to hack these billions of dollars like every single day. Like how confident am I that like one little event isn't going to happen? It's just going to send everything to zero. Not very confident, but I think ETH is like safe from that at least. The ETH BTC chart, like really, really long term, I think also looks fine to me. It looks even good to me. Like the yearly chart, I think it needs a little bit of work, but it's a high time frame bullish chart in my opinion, at least insofar as that it gives you at least like 2 to 300% versus Bitcoin, even if you don't go to the all-time highs. Like pull up the ETH BTC yearly.
oh, you're talking about. Oh, okay. You're talking about
Yeah, the
this.
ETH BTC yearly is like actually like a pretty clean mother bar, right? And you'll see that the last year's sweep was actually just a sweep of this critical low. Um, it's the 2021 up candle is the range I'm looking at. So just yeah, there you go. So I
Oh,
think this chart is
interesting.
going to the 2021 candle high, which is what is that? That's 200% from here. Yeah, that's about 200% from here in Bitcoin terms, right? Now, it may need a little bit of work. This actually may take, like, years to get to because look, that 2025 high, there's a high chance we sweep that, and then we travel back down. So, this could literally be like a 2033 story or something like that. 20, I don't
2030.
know.
It's too long for us, man.
I know. So this is why I'm just like I want these prices I can just kind of like be slowly buying in and kind of forget about it because it's a yearly chart. Like 3 candles pass without anything happening, and then you've got like 2 kids and a wife, and then life comes at you fast. But I know a lot of people who watch this and listen to our content are actually like longer term people, and I think looking at yearly charts like this, if you're making long term investments, is a good way to do it because you're basically saying like trading is like predicting like the next major candle, right? That's like all of what we do often is just trying to predict whether one candle goes to the high or to the low of that candle first, right?
Yeah.
So in this instance, we're just trying to predict if we go to the high of that 2021 candle. But again, because we're in a bunch of inside price action right now, until we start getting some confirmations, like I don't know, maybe like if we start closing some monthly candles above the 2025 open, maybe that's enough to kind of say like we're starting to go back towards the range high. But until that happens, like we've already had like 5 years of inside candle price action
It's been
on that one
horrible.
bar.
It's it's been horrible.
I know. But, like, look, if this it the reason I don't wanna, uh, like, point oh what is that? 0.042 0.043 or so, like, if we start closing above there, yeah, it looks really, really good, and I guess at that point, you could participate and maybe it just kinda orbs to the top really, really quickly. You also give up, like, a lot of the percentage by waiting for that, but that's kinda like the key area. That's the key level, and then that yearly open at, oh 03, 5, 6, 7 or so that I think you marked out, also like a key level. So, until we're below that until we're above that, like, this is just probably chop, and I think anything towards the bottom of this range we've established, you just if you wanna just buy and wait as an investor, that's cool. But, like, I feel very strongly that this is going to the range high and that like Ethereum does like kind of take the crown from Bitcoin again at some point. It's just like I said, like this crypto story could be like a many years thing now. And it's like how badly do I want to sit around and wait this out while we have all the cool stuff happening in equities land?
Yeah, we
I don't
got
know.
leverage
But
funds, man.
it's a very attractive chart in my humble opinion.
Yeah. Right now, what if it just tops out right here just by sweeping out previous quarter's high and it dumps? It's kinda got like a flat bottom candle too.
Yeah, and then and just kind of jump dumps to that mother bar low you drew out. Yeah,
Yeah, and that'd be
that's
the actual low, and then we can
Yeah, and that would jive with what we were talking about on the ETH/USD chart because 'cause we're talking about ETH going kinda low, so Bitcoin would have to dump
yeah, what's
quite
the
a bit as well for the chart to, like, not get completely out of whack.
hold on, what's the math on that? So if it goes to 0.02259 times 49K, so 1106. What is 1106? Like, it's way lower. It's 1106. Okay, yeah, that's actually doable.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so that makes a lot of sense, and then maybe that doesn't sweep out the entirety of the range lows, and we could still get like I said, we could still get a really, really, really good bounce off that 11, $1,200 level. I mean, that would
Yeah, now I'm
be a
curious.
lot of pain.
What does it look like against NQ? Okay. All right.
It looks pretty good versus the Nasdaq, actually.
Yeah. So I was gonna say,
That's interesting.
oh, okay,
That is interesting.
we took out this. Where's the 4 month? Damn, that looks really good. You put on 4 month.
That's a sexy little 4-month chart, I gotta admit.
Holy. Yeah. Maybe it is bottomed. I don't know. Ugh, God, it's so hard to know. Just have to wait.
Well, if it was easy, we'd all be billionaires.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I got on crypto. What do you want to talk about anything else? I've got like 10 minutes left.
Let's talk about, equities a little bit while we're here 'cause, we are in some dicey territory, I think. I can make a lot of bull and bear cases. I think Nasdaq futures look kinda bad right now. Um, but I think, like, the spot, S&P index looks fine. So I'm seeing like just conflicting stuff. Even the futures versus spot is a little kind of all over the place. Like S&P futures, I think look really sus, but like again, the spot looks kind of fine.
Yeah, I think we kind of, I think we swapped stances before. I think in the beginning we started podcasting. I was pretty bullish on equities, saying, "Oh yeah, bottom's in. We're going to all-time highs," which we
And
did
I
on
was thinking
every
we were going to go
asset.
back for this low.
Yeah, which we did on every asset but NQ, which kind of printed this fat fucking SMT.
Yeah.
So that's what's scary to me. Like this might be, maybe it is the yearly top. I don't know, but in the intermediate term, I think it's almost programmed. We're going to take out August low next month for both SES and NQ. It just looks so bad. I just can't ignore it. And we CSD'd bearishly. Yeah, I just don't see it. Don't see a bullish case at the moment.
I mean, pull up the S&P 500 index, just
Oh, not
SPY.
futures? Okay.
No, not futures. Just pull up like SPY. Like, I don't know. SPY just looks like a major range breakout, and you're going to like retest range highs.
Yeah. Looks like this gap. Let's
And
go
there's just
fill.
like a gap. It's just like a gap fill at range high. Like this is like a interesting place to be logging, you know? Like, yeah, that area is definitely a magnet.
What if they take that mother bar low? Would that surprise you?
Which one? That the 716?
Yeah.
Uh
Oh God. Now I can't unsee it.
I mean,
Jeez. Yeah, it kind of looks like it kind of just looks like that, man. I don't know. I mean, who knows? I'm just talking out of my ass.
I don't know. I I I don't see any reason to be bearish the S&P, especially like if you pop open the monthly chart on the S&P, right? We're going to probably, barring some disaster the last week, probably close a nice order block there on that candle. And then I don't know. I suppose there's a world where it could go to 730 or so, but like I don't know why it would just dump from here.
Yeah, only bullish case I can see is if they do this. So if I'm a market maker, I just sweep out August and then just pump it. Maybe not pump it, but make a hammer like that. Like this. Okay, yeah, this to me would be comfy. Feel inefficiency, put a reversal, and then do one more sweep of all time highs and be done. That's the only bullish way I can see right now.
Yeah, it's also just hard for me zooming out to even entertain much bearish like talk right now. I just still feel like the AI cycle is not even close to being done yet. Like it's just like not even close. So I don't know. I just don't even care if it goes back into the 650s, 640s. It's just like whatever. Just buy everything. Just margin
You know,
long.
they
I
probably
don't
do.
care.
They probably just bottom that the next like next year's low. It'll probably be around here. They'll probably do it like this. They'll probably do some endless range chop and then go. That'd be terrible. Actually, I don't want that.
It's possible. It's possible, but like I don't know. I think is as long as SPY is kind of respecting that gap above the range, I don't see a reason to do anything other than just like buy the dip. I agree. It starts looking sus. Like if we close back inside the range, if we start disrespecting that bullish gap, that daily gap there around what's that gap?
Daily gap.
Yeah, that daily gap around like 760 to 757.
Yeah.
It's a pretty interesting line in the sand, I think, for just staying kind of really long. Like if you disrespect that gap and just close back inside the range, then
It's done.
yeah, it does. It's almost. I would say it's almost certainly going down to like 729 at least. I could see us like putting in a higher low while Nasdaq takes the low, but like that's still going to be a pretty nasty sell off either way.
Yeah, I think that's my main bias. And weren't you didn't last week you were like, oh, there's a bearish divergence. Then I kind of ignored it and now it's playing out kind of.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just maybe if I invert it, what does it look like?
Like I'm not longing that chart. It looks like a great chart to short, you know?
Yeah, you got me there. But if they
But
start poking right
it's
here,
yeah, but it's just weird. It's just like we don't usually see the Nasdaq looking so much freaking weaker than the S&P. Like it just looks infinitely worse. It's the main bullish case for the Nasdaq is sort of like similar to the S&P, which is that in on the Qs, QQQ, there's just like a daily gap here. And you could say that this is just us rebalancing this daily gap.
I don't know. It took out the previous month's high and then did a Batman signal. Now it's dumping. And for those of you that don't know Batman, it's just like like that. Just
Look, it's generally not a it's generally not a bullish thing.
yeah.
But yeah, we also closed today below the daily trend for the first time in a while. Just a single close, but it's not great. I think we lost the 50, which is not great. So there's a bunch of warning signs flashing for sure. And I don't know, like if you pop open like something like semis or like NVIDIA, right? They look really weak, and you can kind of see where that weakness is coming from. Like NVIDIA looks like it's going sub 180, like almost certainly.
It's almost got like triple. Oh no, it's just double equal lows. Yeah, that's getting tagged for sure. For sure you're getting tagged. The thing is, are they gonna close Nvidia as a bearish sweep? Or are they gonna keep it green? Because if
On
they
the year.
yeah, because if they do, then it's just gonna validate its yearly FEG later.
Well, if the year closes badly on NVIDIA, I mean that's death. I don't think they will though. I think they'll just sweep out the range lows and bounce it back up. Like I suspect those 170s are probably a good area to buy.
170s? Where's 170? Oh, the gap? Okay.
Just
Yeah, we'll see.
like anything below those range lows, I think just kind of DCing in there is probably the right play. That kind of takes you through end of year. If you bought a bunch and then the yearly closes like terribly, then yeah, you probably just yeet that. And I don't know. I'm trying to think what does Nvidia look like with a bad yearly close? It's probably going to
Oh, it hasn't had one since
yeah, it would
what's
be
oh, it negated it too. It didn't even put it in force.
yeah. I don't know. It's very hard for me to see this going much lower than like 135 or so, even in like a nasty scenario.
Would you be buying leverage shares or just shares?
Yeah, the way I usually do this is I just buy spot. I kind of average into spot at levels I like. And then if I see like a actual setup that's kind of like a, you know, lower time frame and validation that I can frame a trade off of, I'll sometimes sell some of that spot for the leverage, juice it a bit.
Gotcha.
But I don't really like just like buying straight into the leverage shares just on the dip. I hate like averaging down into the leverage shares as prices like dipping. It feels very bad. at least when you're averaging in the spot on like a quality company, as it keeps going lower, you can sometimes maintain the optionality to just juice it a little more with the leverage.
Gotcha, gotcha.
But otherwise, yeah, you just buy you just buy levered and it just goes down and it just keeps going down, and then you're like, oh fuck, it's not great. Yeah, I think on NVIDIA, there's a pretty interesting area on the monthly chart below the current range. Yes, you see that like monthly sweep candle, that March candle. Yes, if you just draw a box around that candle, the from the range high to the range low. Yeah, so that entire area looks that looks like interesting to me, right? That's your demand. It swept out a bunch of liquidity, caused the move up. Price hasn't come back into it yet. It's probably an area where you're going to get a pretty strong reaction. It's a monthly area, so it could take a while. It could go deep into it. I don't know, but those kind of areas are usually interesting to just kind of DCA into a stock. High probability reaction, in my opinion.
Are we going to talk about the mother bar if September closes like this?
But sweeping the current 3-month high, or that which one? Oh, that one.
Yeah,
Uh,
it would just be inside and kind of ugly.
I mean that to me looks like you sweep out the current 3-month candle low and then go for the outside candle high. So that would just be like what we're talking about there. That looks like a pretty good long setup.
Yeah,
That 2-month looks 2 month looks like poopy.
let's just see if they do the hammer. That would be ideal.
We like the hammers.
Yeah, hammer's probably the cleanest candles, just like that. That'd be perfect. Pray for that. See what happens.
How long is your account right now? Are you fully cash?
Oh, I'm like, yeah, I think I'm 90, 95%. Oh, I have a gold. That's what I have. I have like 10% gold.
Oh yeah, you're long gold. I'm long silver.
Yeah. But other than that, no stocks. No, other than like 401ks and stuff. Are you
Damn,
cash?
you really yeeted everything. No, no, I've been pretty long Tesla.
Fuck Tesla, man. it's,
Yeah, I
I
know
hate
you
this damn
are not a
stock.
fan, but yeah, I bought a bunch of Tesla near the lows last week. So Godspeed to me.
I should have just bought Netflix.
I own Netflix too, just
Oh, okay.
not quite in the same size as Tesla. Does Netflix still look good today? I haven't looked at it yet.
Let me look.
Yeah.
I think it's setting up pretty nice for quarter four, which is kind of weird to say. Maybe even September to October, because then it can just go for that. But yeah, you're right. I remember you told me to buy in July or something. So just buy it's probably bottomed.
Yeah.
And then at the time it looked like where's my replay tool? Yeah, at the time it looks like this. I'm like, yeah, I'm not buying that. But now, I mean, yeah, now it looks nice CSD. I would imagine just consolidates for a week until September opens, and then if it starts closing above 81, it's going to go for 94.
Yeah, 94 is the easy mode target. I would be very surprised if it doesn't take 94. What will it do beyond then, and how long will it take? That's the big question. But probably just going to take the bulk off around 94. I got the leverage shares on right now, but I think even after it takes 90, if it takes 94 and pulls back, it looks like it could be like a very interesting 2027 play, just kind of higher time frame. Be
Dude,
fun to do an episode end of the year where we start looking at some of the yearly charts for the next year. You can get some
yeah, maybe
really sexy
December.
plays from those candles. Yeah.
This kind of looks like Bitcoin, like a yearly chart. It's doing the same thing.
It was like it's like a PSP with Bitcoin though.
Precision sweep point.
Yeah, that's right. It's like a bullish close on the sweep instead of the Bitcoin bearish.
Yeah.
Does does make a difference, I think. Not all sweeps are created equal.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think this is going to go back for all time highs.
Should.
Software looks good, man. I mean, a lot of software looks good. I know you were showing me Team the other day as well. IGV, yeah, should have bought that. Jesus.
Bro,
Oh
this
my god, bro.
this is
This is going to be a good trade next year for
yeah.
sure.
You know what? Let's just give the viewers a sneak peek. This one and Bull are my top 2027 plays. Where's Bull at?
Weeble.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that they don't pump it anymore. But god dang, man, like that's like the most textbook fractal you can get. It's and it has to move so much that it has to expand past 999 within the first quarter, in my
Bro's
opinion.
going for the high. I might just, I might be happy with the mid range of the wick.
Let's see, where's the mid range? Maybe like here, 18. That's like 100% though.
No, 100% is great. 100% is great. I don't want to trade through that entire wick. That seems wild.
Yeah, but this to me definitely looks bottomed. It's so ugly though, but definitely bottomed.
Yeah. No, that'll be a good one. Put that on the old watch list.
Oh, it's on there. It's on there for sure.
Excellent. All right, cool. That was fun. We'll wrap it there. Hopefully, oh man, hopefully the Q's turn around real soon. It's gonna be a lot of poverty around here. Um, very interested to see how crypto pans out. I think you and I, since like November, have basically just been raining on everybody's bull party, and we've been right every time so far. I don't I don't feel as confident in this call as I did in like January. That was like I remember that January move. I was just like, everybody has no idea what the fuck they're talking about. There's no way, there's no way this isn't going lower. I don't really feel that way right now. Right now, it's just like, I think I'm pretty sure this is gonna happen, but like I could totally see um, me getting my socks blown off by this move. But like, it's why I'm not trading it. I'm not trading it. I longed like lit before the pump, so got some exposure. Looks like
Holy shit.
yeah, I got it in around like 230, so I caught a really nice move on that. So I'm not feeling. Got all the people in the comments like sidelined. No, no, I'm good. I'm good. But
Yeah, nice move. Nice catch.
yeah, I shaved half of it off, so we'll see. We're free rolling. If it wants to keep going, it'll keep going. But yeah, it's been a nice one. It's been a nice one. I don't know. I don't see any fat pitches. No more fat pitches in crypto. If I see one, I'll let you know. Maybe we get a fat short, but even that is just kind of speculative at the moment.
Agreed.
Yeah. All right, bud. Well, I'll see you guys same time, same place next week. Until then, be sure to like, subscribe, join the Discord, follow us on X, do all the things. Thanks everybody for watching. CVO, you have a lovely week.
Thanks, you too.
All right, later.
Peace.